From the one, left-hand catch by Mahomes on the snap. Scanning, open for the touchdown, it's Rice. Welcome to Kansas City, Rashee Rice.
Welcome in here, Donovan Smith. Welcome in, Jawan Taylor. These guys, the protection is why this play won. Anytime you can rush 4 and hold the ball that long, there's no way you're beating Patrick Mahomes.
And Mahomes fires on the run. And the touchdown maker from earlier is on the run. Rashee Rice with a good run and catch to the 43-yard line as we hit the 2-minute warning with $1:54 to go.
Critical situations here. Pacheco getting the ball more.
Second down and 7. Mahomes fakes it, throws on the move, hits his spot and his target, Rashee Rice.
Bears just looking for anything positive at this point. Here's Mahomes over the middle. Rice in stride, inside the 5, diving for the end zone, and he's down at the 1.
50.
3rd and 12. 4-man rush. Gabbard has a completion. There's Rice for a first down. By the way, she obviously has to come to every Chiefs home game. I mean, they're
going to start a petition here in Kansas City to get her.
40. Rice again. Get the young guy involved, and Rashee Rice makes his 5th catch of the day.
It's the greatest image. It had to be the most freeing thing that Taylor Swift has done in 20 years.
Great getaway. Rashee Rice in the middle with good speed on the back end to the 24-yard line.
Well, you can see he could be a factor. More reps as Mahomes on 2nd and 9 unloads it to Rice. Here's another guy gifted. It's going to be a big part of the future.
Motion, you got man-to-man, you got pressure coming at you.
It's Rice for the touchdown. Rashee Rice at the goal line. And this impressive rookie has his 2nd touchdown of the season.
Right here, he goes up, uses that body, and that's not easy to do against Murphy. Was it a change of possession or wasn't it? Because technically it wasn't at that time because they threw the flag.
Right, at that very time, it was flag for pass interference, not a change of possession.
I thought Mahomes might be going out for a pass there.
That may happen sooner than later. That's caught. Rashee Rice, and the rookie will set up a first down and goal. 3rd and 17. Not 26 now. He got a little pass that's low, but scooped up, and then a little short of the first down. Rashee Rice, the rookie who scored before. 3rd and 2. Throws, caught. Rashee Rice to the 40-yard line.
54 yards on that pass play. To the end zone, and back to the end zone resides Rice with the touchdown. His 3rd of his rookie season.
Just an outstanding job. I told you Rice is targeted as much as anybody on this team. Him and Kelsey tied, and that looks like it's another touchdown. We talked about Mahomes' start to his career. Herbert's off to an incredible start as well. They just need more wins.
Oh, here's a big one, too. More yardage for Rice. Rice with Marlowe dragging him down. That's going to go for about 38 yards.
With a big 4th down stop of Russell Wilson. And the Chiefs get it over and downs. 1st and 10, they go outside. Rice gets by Singleton. Look at the speed. He explodes downfield. And finally whacked down that sideline by Moreau. And a first down to the 21.
Well, we talked about yards after catch. Rashee Rice catches this ball right near the line of scrimmage. He's 3rd in the NFL in yards after catch.
1st and 10. Rashee Rice got a block right there from Smith. Down he goes, and back in the play by Locke.
Mahomes quick throw. That's Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice. Touchdown.
We love, as offensive people, Jason, when defenses blitz, the easy answer for us is screen out on the perimeter.
And the tough thing as a secondary, when you know you're coming with pressure, you have to trust it.
Instead, it was just a good tackle. 3rd and 5. Mahomes throws it outside. Rashee Rice. Nice grab to move the chains.
They want to make sure he's fresh down the stretch.
Here's Rashee Rice. Makes a move, first down plus. Out of bounds near the 10. Doesn't really feel like a three-point game, but it is. As Mahomes finds a wide open Rashee Rice. And the Eagles defense forgot about number 4, who picks up 17. Mahomes, Rice, tapped down near the 38. Gain of 6. Down by 4. Mahomes, Rashee Rice. Clock will run.
Good time, good throw. Rice. Jones will run him out of bounds. That's the block on Kuntz. Mahomes is on the move. Oh, he's got a wide open Rice. Broke one tackle, then finally taken down by Robertson. Watson, Mahomes, underneath, Rice on the move. Deep block by Marquez Valdes-Scantling. That is a Kansas City touchdown. 39-yard strike, catch and run. Block late in the run.
Hobbs gets distracted by Watson's motion from the left, and he follows Watson too far into the inside. So when Rice works his drag route underneath Watson from right to left, Hobbs is out of position. He can't catch up to him. And Rice uses that speed to work it down the sideline to get in the end zone.
Patrick Mahomes has just thrown it.
O'Connell, who was slow to get up.
On the 7, 1st and 10. Mahomes caught by Rice, a twirling grab and a good one.
So once again, mistake inside the 10, backs the Chiefs up. It's 2nd and 16. Quickly out for Rice, who gets it at the 11-yard line. Quay Walker saw that buzzing by there, he and Savage. They have recreational leagues, all that good stuff. Pacheco out, 2nd and 22. Flip it to Rashee Rice. Tony was out there to block 4. We got to the 38-yard line. Out of the Green Bay timeout, 2nd and 4. Rashee Rice got a block, and Rice out to the 27-yard line. So maybe a 65% chance to make the playoffs if they get this one. Here's Mahomes, pressured, put it up, and Rice got it.
Nobody runs down.
Looking, finding. Rice to about the 5.
Who's spying the quarterback?
Looking left, now looking dead center, back of the end zone. It's a touchdown. Rashee Rice does it again.
Watch him come right across and get.
It's a 25-yard return by Richie James, and here's the pass back over to Rice. Get him back in the game after he fumbled the last time. And he's got another first down for Kansas City to start this drive.
An interesting look here. Direct snap to McKinnon. Then it's Rice covered underneath. Touchdown. Andy Reid strikes right there, huh? Look at that nifty design. And Rice has the score.
I want to see Patrick Mahomes lead through, though, from that fullback position. But it's just a little underneath shovel right there to Rashee Rice. Just a great design.
Bill's right on his average mark. 2 words, probably his season average for halftime interviews.
1 per question.
That's right. Here's Rice wide open. And Rashee Rice, a big play to open the second half. The ball comes out. Did he get back on top of it? He somehow did.
Always late into January, into February.
The pass to Rice. Tries to turn the corner. He's got 9. Yeah, it's a team that one part of it is you feel like they're just waiting to get to the postseason.
Correctly. It happens. It's, a very physical sport, Jim. Things get flying around.
1st and 10. Mahomes open as Rice. He's got about 7 with that catch. Final seconds of the 3rd. 2nd and 3. Takes it back to Rice. 2 straight plays to Rice, and he makes a great effort to pick up additional yardage out to the 40-yard line.
Flashes of moments, right, where they're not on the same page. I think that was part of the reasoning this week to simplify.
On 1st and 10, here he's going to Rice. Right on cue, he's got MVS up ahead, leading the brigade, and it's a nice gain for Kansas City. Second and 10. Silu, get it to Rice. There's his second catch. Motoring down to about the 13. Running around and finding the receiver at the 20-yard line. What great job there by Patrick Mahomes to find Rice.
I mean, there's something about being down inside that 10 for a quarterback. That's dicey holding that ball. Good poise.
First and 10. Now on the sideline, he's got a man open. Rice off to the races. And Rice is brought down at the 10-yard line.
But go ahead and watch at the top right here. He's going to beat that press inside. He slips, and Mahomes with a perfect touch ball. And the second.
He's seen too much Isaiah Pacheco early on.
From the 11, Mahomes cutting across. Rice brings it into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. What an opening drive.
Number 15, it's about number 87 and number 10. And this guy right here, Rashee Rice, the rookie out of SMU, he's been the most reliable outside.
3rd and 7, a little extra pressure. Picked up, and it's Rice coming across. Good tackle by Bonner, the man we mentioned is in the lineup.
Fisher's around it.
Mahomes, Rashee Rice.
He's heating him up.
Here comes the blitz. Mahomes throws in the middle. Rice got it. Rashee Rice taking off. Rice down the sideline. Inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. From the 45. Protected again. Rips it. Rice again. Rashee Rice injured in the 3rd quarter.
They have Rice, Kelsey get the ball in his hands quick to start this game.
2nd and 9. As Mahomes gets twisted around and escapes. Completes it for the first down, and it's Rice. Aaron Johnson able to tackle him down.
But if you're going to pressure Mahomes and use part of what had success in Week 14 and play man, Klein's going to have to guard Kelsey.
3rd and 6. Pass caught at the 10-yard line with 2 Bills on him. That is Rice jumping up and grabbing it for the first down in the 24 regular season. But here we go for the 4th. Over to Rice. Rice between defenders. Makes it a goal-to-go situation for the Chiefs about 4 yards out. February 11th here on CBS and streaming on Paramount+. Quick throw. Rice able to wiggle out of it and pirouette for a pound. 6.
A route outside, and that allows you to know if it's man or zone and get the matchup you want.
Over to Rice. He's got blockers up ahead, and he picks up 11. One of those blockers was Jawan Taylor, and Justin Watson also took out a defender, so another first down. 2nd and 7. He looks over at Pacheco and then goes across the middle. Rice with a little pivot and a dart up ahead for a first down. Tackled by Roquan. That time, completes it. It's Rice, ridden down by Stevens, and another Kansas City first that will close out the first quarter. It's the best start in a championship game since Rich Gannon in 2002 started 12 for 12. That's now 11 straight as Rice breaks free, bounces off another hit by Roquan Smith. 1st and 10 from the pocket. Complete. Rice races to the sideline. 3rd and less than 1. It's Rice with the carry, and he has the first. The ball came out and ended up in the hands of Justin Watson. 2 yards away from the first. Low snap. Pass caught. Rice finally brought down by Logan Ryan.
That and get an extra 10-15.
Pass back to Rice. He's down at the 14. Warner on the coverage and the tackle. 2nd and 8. Open. It's Rice holding on to it with 2 hands smartly. He's a yard short.
They come after him when they've been up in here. I expect him to drop out this time. Oh, they shouldn't have done that.
Up ahead he goes. Rice has the first down, and he's out of bounds at the 40.